Oh, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this Sunday morning on Crafters TV. My name's Debbie Fisher. You'll be joined with me and another lovely lady who I'll introduce in a second. All day today on Crafters TV. It's going to be amazing. We do have lots of things going on throughout the day. Not just the beautiful collection that you can see beside me, which is your Say It With Flowers. We're also having a first look. You know how I love a first look. I always feel like we're a bit mean giving you a first look, but it does give you that sneaky peek into something. You can't buy it, so don't try, but you can have a look and see how gorgeous it is, and I can't wait to see the first look later. So that will be at 2 p.m, and then at 6 p.m. tonight we've got Second Chance Sunday, which is always a good show because it's the one that takes us through lots of things that we've had on in the last couple of weeks, and it's just going to be a really fun show. Now, that lady I was talking about, I am so thrilled to be working with her today. It's going to be a laugh already. In fact, we've been crying with laughter already this morning, so you can imagine how it's been. You've got the double D's today. Debbie Robinson's in the house.
It feels like ages, Debs. It feels like ages.
It does.
But finally back home.
I know.
I always feel like I'm at home when I come back up here, so it's lovely to be here today, and even more so to be with gorgeous Debs over there as well. And we've had to retouch the makeup, wipe away those tears because yeah, we do like a little giggle or two.
We do like a giggle, absolutely.
Gotta have a giggle in life, Debs.
Oh, how do you get through it?
Exactly, because it's all good and well having all these beautiful, fabulous products and showing you how to use them, but you've got to have a little bit of brightness in your day, a little bit of joy in your day.
Yeah,
and put a smile on people's faces, because we've got loads planned for you.
Yep.
We've got lots of demonstrations. I can't tell you, I'm excited about the new look. First look.
I've not seen them yet.
Oh, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. I don't know who's got the launch, actually. Is it coming up this week?
It's on Tuesday, I want to say, but that I could be completely making that up.
We'll find out.
Nicola's going to check. Can I say how fabulous you are looking as well?
Bless your heart.
You're still losing all that weight. You're disappearing before our eyes.
I'll be totally honest with you, it's slowing down, only because Debbie's got to get that back into gear.
It's hard,
however,
isn't it?
it's because I'm feeling a little bit svelter.
Yes.
Not quite svelte enough to what I want,
well, you
but
do
feeling
look
loads
svelte.
better. And lovely that people are noticing gorgeous George of the Joystick. Said to me this morning, oh, I can see, Debbie,
I know, you can see.
Could be dress, because it's cinched in the middle.
No, you look amazing. You look amazing.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely amazing. So
Thank
always good to see our Debbie. So if you want to ask Debbie any questions today, or me, or just come into the studio and say hi, make sure that you get in touch, because we are fully social. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. You can see us on our Crafters website. You can see right down below here, Get Social with Crafters TV, and that's all you have to do. We've got our lovely Rachel in today, who's our social superstar. She will be sending all your comments through to the studio, and we'll be reading them out. And as always, if you've got anything, in fact, I would love to see your Say It With Flowers pictures. So if you've done anything with the Say It With Flowers, if you've done any flower making with the collection, let us know and send in a pic, because we'd love to show you, showcase your makes, which will be amazing. Now, I do want to say as well, any order over £10, $10 or €10, you will get a free gift. Look at this, Debbie. A free, I know, a free balloon multi-mixed media die, which is incredible. You get it absolutely free, and you've just got to spend £10. That will come in your parcel. So that's a really good one.
£10?
You've got to spend £10, and you get that free.
Shut up.
I know.
No way.
I know. That's amazing,
my God,
isn't it?
that is really good.
It's a really good freebie. Well, it had to be a balloon. And actually, can we just start as well? Should have started with it at the beginning.
Yes.
Shall we have a sing-song,
Shall we do
Debbie?
it? Shall we do it?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sara. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Happy birthday, Miss Davies. Whatever you're doing out there today, I don't know what she's doing, but I'm sure she'd be probably in her camper van somewhere. That's what she's been doing. But happy birthday. We love you so much. You are amazing. And a good friend and a good boss, isn't she, Debbie?
Absolutely, and changed all of our lives. Is what she did. She changed my life. I don't know about your Debs.
She absolutely changed mine.
Absolutely changed my life, all for the better. So I hope you're having the most fabulous day, Sara, doing whatever it is that you're doing. I hope you're celebrating with lots of cake and lots of tipples or two, shall we say.
I'm sure she will be, and she might even be watching. Who knows, hey? I'm sure she will be eating cake, though. I'm sure about that. So, because it's Sara's birthday, we're kicking off the celebrations today through... How long are they on for, Nicola? Because how long are the birthday celebrations? I can't remember the date, but they start today. We gave you a sneak peek yesterday because it was all loaded on the website, but there's up to 70% off on Sara's birthday celebrations. So head to the website, you'll see a banner for Sara's birthday celebrations. Click on that and you'll find all of the stuff that's up to 70% off, which is amazing. And you're saving all those discounted things, plus getting that balloon inside your parcel if you spend over £10, which is incredible. So we had to kick off today with a Sara collection. So what we have got is one of the most amazing collections, which is the Say It With Flowers, which is absolutely stunning. I adore this collection. Everything about it is pretty, it's bold, it's beautiful. You can make the most amazing crepe flowers. You can be creating with those amazing foam sheets. It is absolutely beautiful. We've got dies in here, we've got stamps in here. It is incredible, and that price is incredible as well. Now you're saving £55.87, which is amazing. Platinum price £66.40, which is another good price. Now Debbie, you've got some samples to show of these.
Yeah, just a few, just to get kick-start it. I'm going to be doing some completely different ones in a second, in card making some flowers, and also a little scrapbook page, because we have to have a little scrapbook page on a masterclass for me anyway. But it is all about those gorgeous flowers, Debs. They're absolutely beautiful flowers. Real life, they just look so incredible when they're done with our fabulous technology, with our foam. But we do have the most amazing dies in this collection as well. That beautiful, gorgeous frame. Some really nice, big sentiment dies as well. I love the Baroque kind of frame with this one. This theme is just absolutely gorgeous. And sometimes you can keep your cards really plain and simple, but look how stunning that absolutely looks. Going into your home decor pieces, you could be doing your flower foaming foam with your home decor pieces as well. And this one's actually being mixed with a little bit of the Angel collection as well, which I just think, yep, absolutely. You're going to be able to crisscross this across your different collections that you may already own. But again, some of these are just absolutely fabulous. I love this one because it's got a little tag inside there.
Wow.
I just think that's absolutely beautiful. I'll just pop that to the back. But yes, some really lovely sentiments, some really lovely dies, intricate dies in there, some Stampin' dies as well, which we're going to be focusing on. But lots of lovely things. I love this one, Debs, because it's that same, can you see that gorgeous frame die there, but just being twisted around to create this fully dimensional one.
Look how different
yeah,
they look.
Absolutely stunning. A really clever one that one of our design team's done. And again, you can keep them really simple. You don't necessarily have to have the flowers in. If you don't want to use those flower dies, you don't have to, but you've got those there in that fabulous collection. And I can't wait to get started.
Oh, that's absolutely beautiful. Right, now, lots of people already in this morning. Carletta is in saying, good morning, everyone, from Arkansas, so Arkansas. We've got Valerie in saying good morning. Teresa is in saying good morning. Lovely crafters from Illinois. Lois is saying good morning from Ohio. Ohio, Lois. Zoe is saying good morning from West Sussex. Michelle is already in this morning. Kirsty is in saying good morning to everyone. Faye is in. Amanda, Kathy, Michelle says, Debbie, she is loving your shirt.
It's a dress.
It's a dress.
It's a dress.
It's beautiful. Oh, not too high, Nanky.
Oh, it's all right. I've got my leggings on. I'm all right. I've got leggings on. It's okay. I can get a little flash. It's fine.
And Gemma is saying, good morning, everyone. I have this collection, but I've not done much with it yet. I have so much craft stuff. I'm actually overwhelmed myself, and I'm stuck with where to start with it, including organising, tidying, crafting. And is anyone else like this? Gemma, I think every single crafter is like that. I think it does become a little bit overwhelming, but let's start simply with this collection. Take the ideas that Debbie's going to give you today, and then you can be starting to use this and get it out, because it's very easy, isn't it, to buy all this stuff and then forget what to do with it. Now let's just have a look and see exactly what you are getting in this collection. You're getting the most amazing framed die here. This is so pretty. It's just amazing, our floral splendour. If you just want a more plainer die, we've got the Timeless Elegance, another beautiful design one, which is amazing. I love this one because when you cut out that middle section, that in itself is a die in its own right. So for matte and layering, it's beautiful. That amazing classic Baroque frame that Debbie was just showing you comes with the corners and the borders. So that's another beautiful one. I adore this one, the Pretty Peonies. If you love your colouring, you're going to love doing this one, and I'm assured by Debbie she's going to be using that one on one of her demos, which is just stunning. Then we've got some flowers. So we've got our charming chrysanthemum. We've also got our, I haven't got my glass on, so apologies, beautiful peony. And then we've got some other dies in this collection, which is that intricate arc, which I think is stunning. You've also got your Dearest Friend, and your Just For You, and you've also got your Happy Birthday, which is amazing. All for the grand price of £66.40, platinum price, or $82.40, which is amazing. Just a little heads up as well, we do have a mystery bag. It is on the website. If you want to go and grab it now, because you are saving over £100. In fact, I think you're saving, we'll get it in a minute, but we're saving about, there you go, look at that, a huge saving of £103, which is amazing. You're getting so much in this bag. Lots of, in fact, I'm going to show some of the things that you can add to your collection as well. So you've got your Say It With Flowers. This is your template kit in there, so extra templates if you've already got the collection. We've also got, I'm just going to show you a few bits so it gives you a bit of a teaser. This amazing vintage butterfly die, which has got 3 dies in there. I absolutely love that one. Can you see there's a little bit of a theme going on here with a Sara Signature bag. We've got some thread in there as well, which is great for your card making, as well as using in your sewing. Let's show one more, and you've got your garden party as well, which is your stamps and die set. So that is absolutely beautiful. Now there's lots more in here, I can assure you. It's packed full, this bag, and I will show you a lot more of that later on. But let's get over to Debbie and see what she's got in store with this collection. Debbie, this is right up your street, isn't it?
Oh, I love everything, every single piece of that collection I absolutely adore. And it's, you know, it's knowing where to start with it all. I know there was a lady that said she was a bit overwhelmed. Don't be overwhelmed. Sometimes it's just about Gemma, just lay things out. When you've got them out, lay them out and have a little look, run a few through your machine, have a little dabble with some inks, and then you'll start to build up and get some ideas. And I'll tell you something, watching Crafters TV with some of the amazing demonstrations that you see from everybody on the team, and then if you go over to those pages, you'll see all that inspiration. It sometimes can help you feel less overwhelmed and able to just have a little dabble, have a little play. It should all be about fun. That's what it should be about.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're going to have. We're going to have some fun today. So I'm going to start with one of these gorgeous frames. I love frames, and I've actually got a little picture that I'm going to put behind my particular frame. But like Debbie said, it's got a lovely area where it cuts out the inside as well as the outside to create that lovely aperture feel, so that you can use these in your home decor pieces. And of course, that mat itself, when you see it cut out, you'll totally understand why Debbie said a die in its own right, because it's absolutely beautiful. And you could use that with maybe some stamps that you have. Now, I'm going to just pop that onto there for now, hold it down with a little bit of low-tack tape. I'm also going to use the Dearest Friend. I love this one as well, because this comes in 2 pieces, which cuts out a full Dearest Friend sentiment as well as a mat. So you can do your mat and your layering, or use that on its own. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to use a little bit of white multi-purpose cardstock again. So in fact, let me move that up there just a tad, so I can squeeze that onto there as well. And then I'm going to use a little bit of textured cardstock. I've gone with like a lovely purple, Debbie. I mean, I sometimes feel like I do it, not do it on purpose because it's our colour, but it's just such a gorgeous colour. It's one of my favourites, and I'm always drawn to lilac.
Absolutely, it's beautiful.
Oh, it is absolutely gorgeous. So let's run all those pieces in one go through our Gemini. Now then, Debbie, you've not put some tape down on that one. We know the power of the Gemini. We know full well that's got to move if we're not careful. And then just run that through. There we go. What we're going to say to you, Debs? Oh, you got any plans coming up or anything, Debs? Have you? Because I haven't seen you for ages. Got
I
loads
haven't
to talk
seen you
about.
for ages. Debbie,
Yes.
I'm going on holiday.
Whoa, you're going on holiday?
I know. I'm going on holiday. I've got a really big holiday. I'm going to Singapore for 4 nights. I'm going to Bali for 4 nights. Sorry if you heard this before. I haven't said it much, so I don't think you've all heard it. And then I'm going to Vietnam. No. Bangkok first, to Thailand for 4 nights, and then on to Vietnam in Hanoi for 4 nights. Yes.
Debbie, that's a holiday and a half.
Absolutely. I mean, what a big holiday. It's going to be amazing. So we're travelling for 18 days.
Travelling for 18 days?
Yeah, so 4 nights in each and travelling sort of
Debbie,
over
I think you're going to need a holiday when you come
days,
back, love. I think you're going to...
I might not come back. I mean... Who knows? I might decide that's my life in Vietnam.
Hey, exactly. I tell you something, my daughter's been travelling around Vietnam and she said it's a beautiful place.
You know what's really funny? Vietnam was never like on my list of things to do, nor was Singapore. And both places, everyone I talk to say how amazing they are.
Yeah.
And Vietnam especially. John Arlo they literally travelled around the whole, him and Laura, travelled around the whole of Vietnam.
What, John?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
And he's been giving me lots of hints and tips and where to go. And yeah, so they did a big holiday in Vietnam. And I didn't even know that was a holiday that people did, to be honest. But so I can't wait. So it's going to be amazing.
It honestly sounds amazing.
But don't worry, I'll keep you updated all through today.
I was going to say that. I hope you're going to do lots of posts for us all to keep an eye on what you get up to and all the things that you're going to be doing.
I think I'm going to do that daily just to let everyone know what I'm up to. You're
going to do it daily?
Yes.
Do you know what you should do? Do you know those little apps that you can get where you can do the 5 seconds of every day? And then it maps it for you, and then at the end it puts it into one reel. Have you heard of those
no idea
apps?
what that is.
Oh, Debs, I'll have to show you.
Oh.
My daughter did it on hers, and it kept us all in the loop of what she did and how because they travelled for absolutely ages. So it was lovely to see it, and then it condenses it all because she said she didn't want to bore everybody with all snaps and everything.
Oh, I'm quite happy to bore everyone. I'm more than happy to do that.
Now, I wasn't suggesting that you was going to bore us, because I tell you something, I'm slightly envious. I don't know about anybody else, but that sounds like it's once in a lifetime opportunity.
Absolutely.
And a great, I say holiday, but I think it's an experience that
I think it is going to be experience. It's nothing going to be lounge. There's no lounge. It's going to be a very busy holiday.
Yes.
I've heard Bangkok is so busy.
It is. Be careful of the roads as well. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes.
You careful of the roads.
Well, John was telling me in Vietnam, apparently, the roads are so busy that you cannot cross them.
Yes,
so you literally have to just take a breath and walk across them.
Yeah,
and he said, and the cars dodge you.
Yeah, because they don't have any right or wrong side of the road either. They do they just go anywhere. It literally, when our Tanya sent me the video, it was like it blew my mind, and it also frightened the pants off me, because I'm thinking, oh my God, there's no way I could cope with that. However, it was an experience, and like she said, one of those once in a lifetime experiences that you just soak up and you take advantage of and be thankful for as well, because it's like it's just going to be a fabulous, Debs, and I know you're going to have a lovely time.
I literally cannot wait. And Singapore, the airport apparently is like its own. I think it's one of the 5 top destinations. The airport. It's got a full-size waterfall in the airport. I know. It's got like cinemas, and I'm sure someone told me there was a zoo, and there's all sorts at the airport.
Zoo in it?
I know.
Hang on a minute.
all sorts, yeah. It's supposed to be absolutely amazing.
It sounds like an holiday in the airport.
I know.
That sounds like that could take a day there as well. Yeah, absolutely.
And you've heard of the Singapore sling, haven't you?
Is that a drink?
Yes, the cocktail.
That's the one.
Singapore sling. Well, we're going to the Raffles Hotel, who invented it.
Oh my
have a Singapore sling, yes, in Singapore.
Oh, Debs, you're going to definitely have to. Well, you can both pants off me with that one, because I would love to watch that. I do. You need to be sending me loads of pictures.
And it's so lovely, because everyone I talk to, someone's been somewhere. I was talking to Mandy Taylor down at Hobbymaker, and she was telling me she's been to Singapore and the Raffles Bar, and she said you have to drop, because they give you bags of nuts, so like monkey nuts, I think they are, where you have to shell them, and you have to put them on the floor.
Wait a minute. What did you just say?
They give you a bag of nuts.
Monkey's nuts?
No.
Is that what you said? Is that what you said? A bag of monkey's nuts?
They don't give you the monkey nuts, they give you monkey nuts. Monkey nuts. They're like they look like that, don't they? They got like that shape. I don't know why I just did that.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I've just had the
Have you heard of
I've never heard of
sweet
them before.
peanuts? Have you
What?
heard of sweet peanuts? The sweets years ago.
Oh, those crunchy ones.
Sweet
Yes.
the shape of those
Yes,
is the shape of a monkey nut.
So Debbie, going back to what you were telling us.
So they give you bags of the nuts. You have to shell, and you have to put the shells on the floor.
Oh my God!
And apparently it's a tradition. So and then they come and they have a machine that collects all the shells. I wish I'd never started this. I'm not talking about the holiday at all now.
Oh my God! I just thought I thought that was a compliment. I was thinking, what? Tanya never told me about that. Oh dear! Oh, honestly,
Oh,
I
my
can't see.
goodness.
Does me glasses? Oh, hang on a minute. I need to just wipe my glasses down a second. Just give me a minute. Oh my days!
Well, this is looking beautiful to me.
So the beautiful frame, which is absolutely gorgeous. Debs, I've kept that piece out
dear.
because that is going to be perfect
I
for
know, it's
popping a
lovely, isn't
sentiment
it?
onto the top of it, or just using it as a little matted layer for something else. Or you could cut it in a different colour and then sandwich it back in a different colour as well. That would look equally as nice. So there's that gorgeous frame with just a touch of ink, and I've used pale fig around the outside as well. And then my dearest friend, I'm also just going to literally, because that sits onto the top, so you've got a matte layer, or should I say a matte part for it that sits there. But I just want to give it a little bit in keeping with the pale fig, pale fig, Debbie. Pale fig around the outside, just to give it that little lift and that little touch as well, just around there.
So our Nicola is finding all the things that to do at the Singapore airline, at the airport. You have to go through a hedge maze to get to your plane. That can't be true. A hedge maze.
Oh, dearie me.
Oh, I can't do any of them. Apparently there's a mirror maze and a hedge maze. But I'm a bit claustrophobic, so I don't think I could do. I'd really panic and I'd end up breaking through a mirror.
Oh, Debs, it's going to be amazing. Whatever you get up to, it's going to be amazing. What a great... that's just the dream holiday, isn't it?
Oh, your TV hubby is watching. He's asking who's going on holiday. Ben, I'm going on holiday. I haven't told you this yet. I'm going to Singapore and Bali and Hanoi and Bangkok. I'm going to go everywhere. Oh, it's going to be a day today, Debbie. I love that you're in.
Oh, God, I'm just going to tell Ben now. Ben, if you're in here tomorrow, don't mention anything about monkeys, nuts, whatever you do. Because it'll soon come off the rails. It'll do. Oh, God, back to the masterclass, Debbie. Back to the masterclass.
Dear.
Right.
In Bali, they've got a monkey forest.
I bet there'll be plenty of monkeys nuts there, won't they? Debs, it's going to be fantastic, whatever. When do you go? When do you go, seriously?
So a week tomorrow, we'll be flying to Singapore.
Oh, wow.
So a week today, we're going down to London, to Heathrow, to stay there overnight so we can catch the early flight. So
that is, honestly, that is just going to be
do you know,
absolutely
we started
amazing.
planning it probably about a year ago, and we've been paying for it over time, and I cannot believe that it's now a week away. Like, that's crazy how quick time goes. How
Time
are we
flies.
into April already? It feels like we've only just had Christmas.
No, exactly, yeah. And we're nearly in May.
I know.
It's like, where did that go?
Absolutely, yeah.
Honestly, crazy, isn't it, to think how fast time just literally disappears. But that's, suppose, when you're having all this fun, Debs, that's what it does. Now, I have used some, now, for anybody who's already got the original, when we had the papers, what are you laughing at, Debs?
So Ben's saying, I'm watching on the treadmill at the gym and I nearly fell off when you started talking about nuts.
Oh, dear. Oh, yes. Right, going back to the paper. The paper is from the original Say It With Flowers one, but we've got so many gorgeous paper pads that if you haven't got it, you can use any. Floribunda, you could use that one. If you love the plaid pad, yes. You could use the plaid pad because there's some beautiful colours in there as well. You can use any kind of papers. I've just chosen one that I thought matched, and which is why I've gone with the pale fig. And all I've done with this, Debs, is I've taken my little distress tool, although I think I've left my distress tool at home, so I'll show you another little quick tip that you could do. You could take your little scissors, and I wanted to just give the edge a little bit of a distress round the edge, and then I used crushed velvet just to go around to keep it, because obviously when you've got white paper that's got a core, pattern paper that's got a core, the core's white, so I didn't want any of that white to show, so I just took my ink dauber and went around the edge to give it that little touch up, so that you've got now matching coloured cardstock. I've also got myself a little photo of me gorgeous Craigie. So I'm going to pop that into there because that's going to sit in one of the frames. So I'm just going to undo my glue and I'm going to pop that into there. Now to position it, I wanted to have a little bit of what I call the wet glue. So I'm going to pop my wet glue just onto there and then again get my frame ready. Excuse me.
Oh, Debbie, you should have been in yesterday. We had a game yesterday and it was guess what the film was, what the rom-com was.
Okay, yeah.
But Nicola put faces of all of us on. Yeah, she's not gonna. Oh, we might do it in this show, but I won't spoil it. But Craig's one was very funny.
Oh, were I in it? Oh, but were I?
We'll perhaps show them later on so you can see them. They were very good.
Oh my God,
we'll
that sounds
see
like
if Debbie
can
guess the film as well, because I didn't know some of the films. Wasn't very good. Wasn't very good.
I love films, but I'm terrible remembering names. That's my problem.
That's a beautiful photo of you and Craig. Oh look, you've got me in the. You had me in the frame then. I was in the other frame.
There you go. That for your pictures. I would have sized it to 4x6, but it was a little one that I had left over of a previous demo, and I thought it's not quite the right size, but I can get away with it. We're having that white frame, so I thought I got away with that one pretty decent. Now, using our multi-purpose cardstock, Debs, I've actually cut my card size to 5x7. And I've done this 3 times out of A4 cardstock because I'm going to make myself a little easel card. Now, before I actually do, I'm going to place my first matte and layer down, and I wanted to break that up a little bit, so I've used some of that purple that I had in my sentiment just to the background part. So I'm going to pop a little bit of glue, almost sacrilege to cover up beautiful double-sided pattern paper, isn't it? But needs must, and on this occasion, I'm going to have to. So I'm just going to line that up. I've got the wiggle time to get that into place. And then I'm going to pop that into there before I actually put my easel part down, just to make it a little bit easy for myself. And then I'm not having to cut anything back. So let's pop that onto there like so.
That's so pretty.
It's just gorgeous, doesn't it? Even for a front of a card, that looks really pretty. And then you could perhaps just put a sentiment and maybe a couple of flowers.
Absolutely.
Done and dusted. It's, you know, this is what I'm saying with sometimes we overthink things, don't we?
Oh, totally.
When it comes to making our cards and that. And sometimes it's not always about overthinking. It's just about having a bit of fun and having a little bit of, getting creative. And I'll tell you something, when I first started making cards, Debs, I didn't throw everything but the kitchen sink on them like I do these days. I just simply got a few pieces out and had, you know, stuck little toppers on to some sheets and had a little practice with some punches and all those kind of things. Do you know, to just...
You're absolutely right, because when you first start, I think we're a little bit, we always think that too much is, you're going to ruin it. You're frightened of ruining something. But actually, when you get more experience as a crafter, you realise that actually keep trying more and don't always stick it down. Just see where it is, the composition of the card. And I think we get a little bit then liking what we do, and then you have the confidence to put more on top of it.
And
this
you
is looking beautiful.
Seeing it start to come together now, and then I'm going to just pop on the back. I'm just going to put some foam pads. Debs, that's what I used to do. Do you know, when I first started, because I used to have my daughters, and I used to say, come and have a look at this, see what you think. And then they'd give me their honest opinion, or, oh no, it doesn't look right there. So I never started sticking it down. And then I used to take photos when they went around, took photos in one angle, took photos in another, looked back, thought, does that look right? Does that look okay? And that's how I used to do it as well, Deb. So yeah,
how long have you been card making for, Debbie?
Oh gosh, do you know, I was talking about this the other day because someone said, how long have you been creative? And I was like, I've been creative practically all my life. But card making, seriously, probably now, I would say about 12, 13, maybe more. Maybe more, So, but it's just one of those things, isn't it, that you start with and then you end up falling totally and utterly in love with. And then before you know it, it takes over your life.
I know, absolutely.
Oh, we get to do amazing things now and come on here. So again, you can see now my easel base, we're using that frame, I just think it brings it all in. I've used the dearest friend, because obviously he is, but popping that on there. And then I was just going to add, Debs, but then I'm thinking now, I don't think I'm going to add some flowers. Now I'm going to do some demonstration with the flowers, but I was thinking of having a flower up in the top corner just to break that up a little bit. And I've got my hot glue gun, so let me... Oh, you did have your hot glue gun.
You love the hot glue gun, don't you?
I love a hot glue gun, absolutely. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue just onto the back and then just hold that down. And then literally now, I don't think I'm going to do anything else. She says. Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I think I will. I get a little bit carried away, Debs. I don't know about yourself.
Oh,
see
always.
What I mean?
Yep.
All the time.
Always.
All the time.
And
hold
actually,
that down.
9 times out of 10, more is always amazing.
Yeah, and there you go. We've got a lovely little, quick, gorgeous frame card that you could send to one of your dearest friends. When's his birthday? 21st of June?
Same as mine.
It is, yeah.
21st of June, summer solstice.
Yeah, that's the one, the shortest day of the year, isn't it?
No, longest.
Longest day. My grandson was born on the shortest day.
Yes,
you were
in
born
October,
on the longest.
isn't it? I think
December.
Oh,
December
okay,
is,
right, yeah. So
there you go, first done and dusted.
That is beautiful, absolutely amazing. So if you want that collection, these are the dies that are in there. So absolutely stunning. So you've got your happy birthday, your just for you. There's that dearest friend that our Debbie just used. One of my favourites, the intricate heart, arc, should I say, not heart. Then we've got our beautiful peony, the charming chrysanthemum, that gorgeous peony stamp and die. Then we've got our Baroque frame, or classic Baroque it's called, I keep calling it the Baroque frame. That timeless elegance, that's the one that Debbie just used. And our floral splendour as well, another really pretty design. Now we've got a few more bits that we want to show you as well. Just some smaller bundles, so if you wanted to go for some smaller bundles, we've got that for you as well. The first one up is the Sacred Flowers foam flower collection. So if you just want to be making those foam flowers and you want to use those flower dies, there's 21 dies in this collection with 12 sheets of that amazing flower forming foam. Platinum price £23.98 or $31.08, which is a really good price. Now, if you want to be continuing to make those flowers and you want some extras of the consumables, we've got 2 packs of our foam, which is 24 sheets in total, all for $11.98 or $15.54 in the club. Absolutely amazing, so get those extras. Right, lots more joining us today. Laurie Barnett's saying a new Nature's collection called Monkey Nuts. Why not, Laurie? Meave is saying that you two are so funny, Adriana. It's almost 5:30 here. I'm usually still sleepy, but I'm completely awake. Adriana, I hope we're not keeping you awake with our laughing. And Sandy's saying, I wonder if there is a choice of getting through a demo without cracking up. No, we are in for a fun day. Christine Mahoney is in. She's saying, Debbie, did you tell Debbie about your vocation? Well, Christine, I did. You've missed it. We've had a good old laugh about some monkey nuts this morning, so you might want to watch that bit back. She's saying also that card is beautiful. Michelle McCarthy's in. Morning, guys. The two Debbies are looking gorgeous as always. Debbie, you are disappearing before my eyes. You're looking amazing, Mrs.
Oh, thank you.
Lois is saying, a gorgeous card. Thank you, Debbie. And Tim is in this morning saying, going through all my metal dies, is the black card from Crafters heavier paper than the multi-purpose? I'm struggling to cut it. No, Tim, it's exactly the same. It's 300 GSMs. I'm not quite sure why. Maybe add your metal shim in, that might help. But
It's a bit more, is it about, I call it a bit more fibrous because it's a bit
more fibrous, yes, you're right. It's a different type of cardstock.
Multi-purpose is quite smooth, isn't it? But you've got not a texture with your black matte, but because it's matte, it's got that different kind of fibrous feel to it.
A sort of rougher texture, isn't it? Yes, yeah, absolutely. So that could be what it is, Tim, but it is the same 300 GSM. I would say just add in your metal shim to it, and that would be great. Right, we're going to show some photos. If you didn't see Play Your Card Rights yesterday, this game was very funny. You have to go and look quite closely, Debbie, but when you go, go up to the screen and have a look, and then you can really see the faces in there.
Oh God, don't I look gorgeous? What film's that?
I know, exactly. I didn't know what film this was.
It looks like some medieval. Who's that man?
Michelle was very good.
Who's that man?
I don't know who the man is.
He looks a bit.
Give Debbie a clue on who the woman is. Yeah, so I didn't know who the actress was, but it's Jenny from Forrest Gump. You might as well stay there, Debbie, so we can see some more.
I've no idea.
We're going to have a look at another one. This one is brilliant.
Who's this? Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Yes, it is. Well done, yes. How funny. Just Craig looks brilliant. And that looks like he should have hair like that.
It looks like some dodgy film star, doesn't it?
You can't smile at me thinking, what? Who is this with the moustache?
It's the hottie Scotty himself.
It's very, very funny, yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
They were very, very funny.
Film? The Princess Bride. I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of it either.
Oh, got that one. Did anybody get that right?
Michelle did. Michelle was very good at them. Yeah, she was very good.
Oh my God! I've got to go back and watch it now. I want to go and see it. I want to watch more.
So if you do want to see that, go back yesterday from 11 a.m. from the Play Your Crafts, right, and you'll be able to watch that because. And I was useless. Until the second round. The second round, actually, I was okay. That wasn't too bad at all. And actually, I think I got one that Michelle didn't in that one. There was that. How to lose a guy in 10 days, yes. So, yeah, I think that was, I got that one, which was amazing. Right, so I think we're going to head back to Debbie now for another demo on this collection, which is amazing. Remember, it's a masterclass. Masterclasses are everything from start to finish of how you can work with your collections, and it's the same with flowers that Debbie's going to be using. What you got next, Deb?
So I'm going to make some flowers. I thought we've got the flowers, we've got the foam in that collection, and there's a lovely choice of flowers in there. Not only can you use them in your paper form, but you can also use them with that flower forming foam that's in that bundle. But these are fabulous big flowers, and I absolutely love the peony one. Although we call it a peony though, Des, depending on how you use it and depending on how you distress it, you can turn it into any flower you want.
Absolutely.
So I absolutely love these, and I love that you've got all the accessories on there as well. The foliage. That word.
Foliage.
Oh, you tell me 1,000 times then. Foliage.
Michelle's the same. Michelle calls it foliage.
Can't call it anything else, that's the problem. And I've been like it all my life with that blinking word, and I don't know why.
It's funny, yeah, certain words you just can't.
There's just certain words I've absolutely no control. It used to make me laugh though, my nan, God rest her soul.
I'm good at making up words.
Well, I am good at making those up as well, Debs. But my nan used to call, do you know Casualty, the BBC One drama?
Yeah.
Casuality.
Casuality.
Every time. Casuality. I'm like, Nan, do you mean casualty? And she'll like, I can't say it. You can say it to me 1,000 times. And see, I think I've inherited it from my nan, that's what I think, and that's why I'm going to stick with it. I'm debating, Debs, I'm just going to grab a bit more wait a minute, is that the foam? Let me grab some more foam because... Just Tracy, no, this one's not been open.
Oh, we won't tell her. We won't tell her.
I was just having a nose then see if she was looking, but she's fine. She's fine. She'll be busy. She'll be busy. So I'm going to grab some more of the pink out because I want more than just the few petals that I've got here. So let's do it on the bigger plates. They will go through your MIDI as well as your mini. Wait a minute. Mini, MIDI, Junior, any machine, to be fair. They'll go through any machine. And I want to cut quite a few out, so I'm going to go with a bigger piece. I'm going to get all of those pieces on and then run that through, and I'll use me smaller plates for this. So we'll bring those in and die cut those.
Amazing. I love our foam. It's so
I love,
nice, isn't it?
yeah, the technology of our foam is just, it's second to none, isn't it? It's absolutely fabulous, it really is. So I'm just going to run that through, Debs. I don't normally as well tend to stick it down. Do you know when you pop? I don't usually pop it on the foam.
No, I don't either.
I don't know why. I do it with a cardstock, but when it comes to the foam, I just let it biscuit for the biscuit kind of thing. That's what I tend to do. But usually it's quite good because once it's in there, it's not moving anywhere, is it? Oh, Debbie.
Well,
Debbie,
I didn't like to say
did
because
you?
I actually thought we hadn't put your shim in, and then I thought, well, maybe you're doing something I didn't know. Perhaps you don't need your shim in there. I did. Oh, sorry, Debbie. I knew you probably wouldn't have meant to, but I didn't want to question it.
You should have said, Debbie, have you forgot something? It's a bit like that time. Do you remember when we did our training?
You're foil, you're going to say, aren't you? I know what you're going to say.
Because I'm in the wings watching, and I'm thinking, Debbie, you've not... Debbie,
so Debbie was shadowing me down at Create and Craft, where Chanda
back then,
at the time.
yeah.
Yeah, back then. Debbie had come down to shadow me before she was doing the TV work, and I was doing the foil press, and Debbie was watching, and I was doing the foil press, and I don't know how it happened, but I put everything through without the dye, and then I couldn't work out why it hadn't foiled.
It happens to us all, Debs. We call ourselves experts, but we are all human, and it happens to us all.
Absolutely. I knew you was going to say it straight away, so
Oh,
I'll never
God,
forget
one of the
that.
funniest memories, Debs, when I was shadowing you.
I
was looking, and then I'm thinking, I can't shout because I'm meant to be quiet in the studio. And I went, Debbie.
I looked up and she's telling me, you haven't got the dye. And then I was like, oh, what am I like? I haven't put the dye in.
Oh, dear. Oh, it does, though. We're all human, aren't we? At the end of the day, we're all human, and things like that happen regardless of who you are. You could have been crafting for 20, 30-odd years, and we're still all mate. In fact, shall we just say, Mr. Laird himself, who's been crafting for over 20 years, elephant, stamp, Gemini is all I'm going to say, because we all saw that happen.
No real life elephant was harmed in that demo, but the stamp was absolutely squished.
And then let's not this. Michelle's watching. Tsunami.
Oh, do you know what? That's my funniest one ever. Every time I see it, I can't believe she did that.
That is a very.
And I don't know if you know, but when she picked it up, it disappeared. It literally just whole work just disappeared.
Oh no! Was it a craft along?
Yes, but luckily enough, she had done herself another one. I mean, how lucky is that? Because actually, I don't do myself any extras on a craft along.
I do everything from scratch.
So if that had been me, yeah, I would have had a picture.
Oh dear. Oh, bless her. Absolutely. Honestly, we all have them. We all have them. They've happened to me many a time in terms of when I've been in store and stuff like that. And I once I did a jam. I call it a jam, but I did a jam where I knocked all the paint all over. And the worst thing was there was a woman sat across from me with white trousers on. And if I was to say red glitter...
terrible. We laugh at other people's misfortune.
We laugh at other... I did offer to pay for the dry cleaning. Actually, though, she came back to tell me that... That could be done for us.
Just imagine how you felt.
I felt terrible. I'm laughing, but I felt terrible. I hope she's not watching because I felt absolutely awful. But yeah, it's happened to me on more than one occasion. It really has.
Dear.
Now, Debs, I've got a little craft iron here. You can use an ordinary iron. This, as you can see, is mine because I've got my name written across it. So no one pinched it. But you want a hot iron. You can see how it reacts to the heat. And then the longer you leave it on, the more it'll bubble. With a craft iron, it's not like an ordinary iron, so it doesn't get to the same temperatures as an ordinary household iron will. Iron. Will. And with that means you can get that result very quick on a household iron. You just don't want any, do you know the word steam coming out or anything like that. You just want it a normal dry setting. But you'll get those results much quicker than you will on a craft iron. Although saying this, a craft iron's absolutely perfectly fine. You'll find a lot of craft irons as well. Do you know with haberdashery? That's a posh word. Sewing.
Haberdashery. Haberdashery, yeah.
They have a lot of those little mini irons, don't they? So yeah, you could be using one. I tell you, have you tried using that one at Hobby Maker, Debs?
What?
No one told me it was one of those lift.
Oh, that iron's amazing! Oh, so I was down there the other week, and I'm like, what's going on?
And I was trying to push it back down, and it kept going woof.
I know.
I thought there was some poltergeist in the
Scott come down,
building.
he went, I know, the irons are brilliant. He said, have you not seen them before? So it stops you from burning your clothes. If you leave it down for more than like 3 seconds, it goes up. It elevates itself. I've never seen that before, but I did the same thing.
I thought there was some I actually thought there were poltergeists in the building. Skullduggery, yes, I was producer.
Skullduggery.
But I thought something weird was going off because I'm thinking, what's going on? This thing was just bouncing back off. Our iron, I'm like, it's mid-air.
It's very clever, isn't it?
Technology is amazing. It really is. It's absolutely fabulous, the technology. Now, Debs, I'm going to take my ball tools. Depending on which size you want, we'll create different petals. I'm just wanting to do a little bit of shaping on each of the petals. You can also use your other tools as well. So we've got things like, I call it the crimper, but it's the little toboggan finger shoe, with the little ridges that you can create some nice texture. And I might do 1 or 2 of those as well as we go on through this show, although I'm looking at the time and thinking, goodness me, where is that time going?
Well, I think we've laughed for about an hour of the show.
Well, if no one were awake on Sunday morning, they are now.
Well, actually, Crafty Angie's saying it's 3:43 in the morning. Debbie and Debbie are hilarious. I'm not sure I could go back to sleep.
So sorry. Oh dear. But yeah, honestly, this foam that we have is it's incredible, isn't it, Debs?
It's so good.
It
I think
is.
for manipulating.
So
strong.
Creating. And the thing about flowers as well, and you'll notice with real flowers, there's no 2 petals the same. They're all different. They've all got different sizes. I will tell you though, it's quite static, because people will say to me, it's quite static, isn't it? It's not so much static, it's heat.
Yes.
And it's reacting with my fingers, because I'm very warm at the moment. So yeah, it can react to that. But yeah, you can take each one of these individual petals. You can take your ball tools. If you've watched Corinne with her flowers, I mean, I call her the flower queen, because she's absolutely
amazing.
Incredible with her flowers. But I just like to have a play. I will have a play and just create those petals to give them that nice shape. I love the fact that you've got 3 different sizes on each one of these as well. So you could create really large flowers. You could create really nice medium sizes and small ones to create a nice bunch. But you can also use them to build up your flowers and your petals as well. So loads of tutorials with all of us guys with our flower making. But I just want you to have fun with it. Just have a bit of fun and practice and play. I'm going to try your method today, Debs, because normally I use stamens into the centre, but I know you do layer up with your glue and pop your glue in each layer, don't you? So yeah, there's no right or wrong way with it, is there, Debs? You can just have a play with them.
Yeah, absolutely. They're nice and easy to make. These are the sort of things you'll spend a whole afternoon, get a lap tray out, do some cutting on your Gemini Mini, and then just start sort of moulding your flowers.
Yeah, and you will have a lot of fun with them. And like I say, you can change the texture completely with different tools that you might have. Or if you haven't got, they are available on the website, I believe. I'll get producer Nick to check for us, because there are lots of tools on there. These ball tools come in those three ball tools, 6 different sizes. Hang on a minute, have I managed with 2 at the same size?
You've got 2 the same.
What on earth? Let me just have a quick peek. Oh, there it is. That's it. That's better. That's because I've got it out of my other bag, because I carry a bag around with me and I carry some in my side tool as well. But yeah, they all got different sizes because they'll all do different jobs. So you can use whichever one you want. And you can close them up as well. So yeah, have a play with it. Did you say we got the
Debbie,
tools?
we've sold out.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah, sold out.
We need to get that
keep
back.
an eye, because they are our core tools, so our core tools, so we should get them back in soon.
Yes, yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
I mean, don't trust me, because we keep saying that about the dotty tape pen, Debbie.
Oh, is it still not in?
Still not here, no.
Oh, no,
I think they're
Debs.
over the sea somewhere.
Oh, we've got to get those back. We have got to get those back, and soon. Not, because I don't know about you, but I am on the last legs.
Me too. I think I've got 2 at home, and I think there's only 1 left at the studio down at Hobby Maker.
Yes, Jimmy gave me one of his.
Oh,
and he
Jimmy
said,
had one?
Yeah, Jimmy had one and he gave me one. And he said, keep it, Deb. So that's the one I'm actually using right now. And I can see it. I've got a fair bit on it still, but that's not going to last me long.
You see that reel starting to go down, isn't it?
And I haven't got any at home now, that's it. So as soon as they come into stock, you'll be the first to know. Because you can actually put your details in as well, can't you?
Yes,
Yes.
let you know when they're back, absolutely. Yeah,
Right.
anyone doesn't know that, if you go onto the website, if you click on and it says out of stock, it then says email me when back in stock. Click on that, put your email in, and it will email you when they're back in stock, so you'll be the first to know and you can go and grab them.
Right, Debs, I'm going to bring in my hot glue gun again. I think I'm going to have to fill this up, though, because I think this one is nearly out. So where's my glue sticks? There we go. So I'm just going to fill that back up and just grab a little bit. I've got a bit of scrap paper. No, I've got a bit of scrap. Just to get it going again. There we go. I think that's...
Well, I'm glad to see someone that doesn't glue the end of the glue stick and put it in.
No, I used to, and then, oh my God, I got myself into a right pickle.
I told Michelle off the other week, because she'd got it glued, and I said, did you glue the bottom of your glue stick? And she was like, yes.
No, I'm just going to get it where it's in, and I just want to make sure I've got it connecting. Because glue stick, because the thing is with glue sticks as well, they are...
Bendy. Absolutely,
So if you try going at a force, you'll end up with all sorts of problems. So that's just a thing. It was Jan that had first told me, but then I had so many problems with it, and I thought, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
It's not working for me. So I just wait, drop a little bit onto there, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then go. It's all good to go.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't need to stick them together.
Absolutely. So I'm going to bring in, Debs, now. I'm going to have them in different shapes and different angles. I'm just going to pop some just a little bit into there. The lovely thing about our glue as well is it dries pretty quick, our hot glue, but it's a very good stick. Instantly.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
It is absolutely fabulous. So again, I'm just going to start this off, and I'm going to keep using my sponge there as well. And you can see that shape starting to form.
I mean, even that, just 2 petals, looks incredible.
Does, doesn't it? Looks absolutely beautiful. And that's not me with using these stamens. You could put gems into that centre. You can put a stamen in there if you want. I know some people find it tricky with the stamens going through the centre, and so they just use them, cut them, and then pop them in there. So that's exactly what you could do as well. And I'm just making sure I've got my right shapes, and I'm going to see. I'm going to offset them as well. I don't know if you can tell, but I've just offset them slightly. So again, I'm just going to drop a little bit of glue into that centre. You don't want too much. If you have too much, you can splurge everywhere, so we don't want that. And again, I'm just going to offset that a little bit and then just push that down into shape. And you can start to see that now forming with its full petals. And I'm just going to continue to do that, Debs.
Amazing. Yeah, it's so easy to layer these up, and obviously the more petals you use, they're going to be amazing. We're having an update. We had an update at 11:30 to say Liam, he started at 11. He was 2 miles into the London Marathon.
Wow.
He's now nearly at 5 25 minutes later. I think he needs to slow down though, to be honest, because he's going to wear himself out. But that's amazing that he's done 5 miles nearly in less than an hour. Wow.
And you know what's amazing, Debs, is Liam, with all his, his health problems as well that he's had, that's amazing. What an achievement.
Amazing. Yeah, it's a real achievement. We're so proud of him. Yeah, 11 sounds. So P doesn't know that because it doesn't sound a lot when you say it's 11% complete. My hat goes off to anyone in the London Marathon today. I've got a friend, Lisa, who's in it as well. I mean, it's a tough run.
I wouldn't, in the month of Sundays, be able to do it. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't even attempt it. No. I can't run.
Ben's doing the half marathon next week, and I think even that in itself is
half
marathon. A long
still,
old time.
Yeah, but, that's a lot, isn't it? That's amazing. Yeah. And you do have to train, because I know both Liam and Ben, they've both been training like mad, haven't they? Can you see?
Have you seen? When was the last time you seen Ben?
I haven't seen him since the beginning of the month.
Well, you won't recognise him. He's like skinny.
What?
He is skinny.
My TV hubster, has he dropped some? Has he?
Yeah, he's really skinny. I said to him, you don't lose any more because he'll be too skinny. He's really tiny now. Yeah.
Because it's been it's a good three weeks maybe. Yeah, about 3 weeks since I last saw him.
800-calorie diet.
Yes, you were telling me about the diet because obviously it keeps...
I couldn't survive on 800 calories.
Well, I'm not going to lie, Debs. No, no. I would struggle with it, but fair dues. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. I can't wait to see him now. I don't think I'm seeing... Actually, I think we might be together I'm here Thursday, Friday and Saturday. So we might be together on one of those days. I know it won't be the weekend. Thursday!
Oh, Thursday.
Oh, I've got Thursday and Friday.
Oh,
I can't wait to see him.
That would be amazing.
Oh, I cannot wait to see him. I cannot wait to see him. And I'm really looking forward to seeing him now. Less of him. I mean...
Oh, Michelle's watching. She said that she got a right old telling off from me. But she said that I did repair it for her, so it was fine.
The thing is, when someone gives you an idea or a tip, we think it's good, but then when you start to put it into practice, it doesn't always work. So for me, it was Jan that had told me about popping just a little tiny bit onto the end. But like I said, I struggled with it, Debs. So for me, it didn't work. Yeah, so I stopped. And I had to get myself a new glue gun because I'd ruined my glues. I couldn't get my glue stick out. And again, it's that pressure, do you know, forcing it in. Don't force it in.
No, not at all.
You don't need to force it in. So, and we're all guilty of sometimes doing that.
Absolutely.
And I literally is just popping it in. And even if you're just wasting a little bit at the end, I don't care. I mean, you could use it for another product. You could drop a little bit onto your glass mat, add some glitter in, let it dry off and have a gem. But just drop a little bit down there because what you need this is to be nice and straight like this one is right now. So yes, little top tip there for you. Now, I've got my 2 flowers all done, Deb, so I'm just going to move my glue just down there for a second.
They are so pretty.
But aren't they gorgeous? Really beautiful. And the lovely thing about them is they're not going to lose their shape. You're going to be able to get that back in, and that's with the use of the ball tools. You can still afterwards as well, you can still start to do some more with the petals if you want to. You could touch on the ends some bit of ink as well, but 2 gorgeous flowers there. And I'm not going to put anything in the middle. With the ones that I've done at home, actually, this one I didn't because I did exactly the same. I actually did this, Debs, with do you know a heat tool? Yeah. Because I didn't have my...
Oh, okay.
I didn't have it with it. Now, I wouldn't recommend it. You get better results with an iron. But the heat onto it shriveled and gave it that pliability, that word, where I could then manipulate and shape it in. So I didn't think it came off too bad, that one.
Looks nice. Looks like a poppy, actually. Yeah. It's beautiful.
But these have been distressed, and I've added a little bit of those inside pieces as well, just into that centre to give those stamens as well. So you don't necessarily have to have stamens. There's already those pieces in that kit for you. And I've just done a few. This was with one of the other dies, and I've just distressed around the edges to give it a little bit of a crumpled up. So I've got quite a few. I closed that one up. That one's a closed one, so I just pushed it till it closed in. So I have a little play around with them. But it was only because I watched you, Debs, because I'd never done this one with a bit of a layer of a glue in between.
Oh, okay.
And I must admit, I'm going to have to give you kudos to this one because I love this way.
Yes, it's nice to do it that way. And it keeps it all together. You haven't got to worry about putting your stamens through it.
And that's the thing. So I've now adopted your style. because I think you can achieve some really gorgeous flowers, and those two really are, in my eyes, beautiful.
Absolutely, they're really, really gorgeous. Now, if you wanted to get anything that our Debbie's getting, we've got some beautiful dies in this collection, so let's just recap on those, and then we'll head back to Debbie to finish her demo. So we've got our Floral Splendour, then we've got our Timeless Elegance, we've got our Classic Baroque. There's also the Pretty Peonies. Ha, very clever, guys. If it's not Baroque, then don't fix it. It's Ben. Ben does all the dad jokes. Of course, we know that's Ben. We've got the Intricate Arc. Keep saying a heart, and it's an arc. Dearest Friend, Just for You, and Happy Birthday. Right, are you ready for the next bit then, Debbie?
Yes.
I thought I would just give you an opportunity to tidy up.
So I'll just quickly explain. I've gone for a bigger card this time. Again, I've used some of my papers that I've got in my collection. I've actually just done a little bit of a matte and layer with some paper because I'm going to create a little bit of a dome feature. Now you'll recognise this die. It's one of our nesting dies, but you can use any die to create an aperture into there. You could actually use one of the frames, cut it out, and then you could have that set off in the background of it as well. So there's lots of things that you can do with them, and that I'm just going to wrap around and create that little bit of a dome. So I've made it actually bigger. Now my piece measures at 6 by 8, and this is a little bit bigger than the 6. So going across, this actually measures in at 8 1/4, and I've gone an inch in to the flaps, and then mounted it, and then cut it out and created my little piece. But I didn't want to show all that process. You've probably seen us do this before, and it's just to kind of speed it up because my main focus of this one is those beautiful flowers. So I am going to pop on now to the edge like so.
I do love this style of card. Love a dome front.
Yeah, I love a dome card. Now, I didn't want to go full on like massive dome because bearing in mind if you're posting as well, you don't want it to be too big. I mean, that would have to go in a box. No, actually, we could perhaps get that away with, we could get that in an envelope box. Oh, about an inch deep.
Yes.
Yep, so you could go into one of those as well. But it's just a really nice feature. And you can make them as big domes as you want or as little. It's entirely up to you. And it just depends on that size and then the extra. So that's why I had a 6. Then I had the just slightly over 8 so that I could do the the inch either side to create that slight dome. I could have gone bigger, so I could have done 10 inches and done the 1 and the 1, and then I would have had a deeper dome. So it's just remembering about adding a little bit extra on, but not going too big, because if you go too big, you'll get a whopping great big dome, which could be then very difficult to post. And you can either keep it upright as itself, as it is on its own, or you could pop it onto a card front if you wanted to as well. I'm going to keep it like this for now, and I've actually cut myself using that Baroque. I'm going to show you how to do that later on, but that's just going to sit into the background. So again,
I love that die so much.
Oh, I'm using it on my scrapbook page, Debs.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's just beautiful. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Whether you pop a sentiment into the background, whether you use the waist part to it as well. And I actually thought, that's why I used this particular die, because I thought, it's got that kind of feel.
It's perfect.
Yeah, perfect for that. So I'm just going to pop that into there. I'm going to bring back in me glue gun again, because with our foam flowers, and I'm also going to add a little bit of the foliage. I will
Foliage.
Foliage. Just onto the sides there as well. I've cut some in foam, I've cut some in paper just to give it a little bit of added texture, because I am going to drop a little bit this just on randomly. And you're probably thinking that is random, Debs, but it will look, promise. I promise.
Actually, it's really interesting you doing this because I never put my foliage on first. I always do my flowers.
Do you do your flowers and then tuck them all underneath?
Yeah, so it's really interesting to see you put in your foliage on first.
It's just me. I randomly just put these on, and then I add more afterwards, but I'm just going to put some down to start with, and I'm going to come off the edges. In fact, you know what? I think I might pop coming off that way as well. And I've got myself free of the florals. I might add a little bit more. Shall we go pop a little bit of the pink in there, just onto that centre. Pop a little bit of the red just down there. And it gives me a little indication then so that I've got a rough idea. But I do get that, again, there's no right or wrong way, it's your way.
Absolutely, I love that though. I just need to try that and just go with it and put some
Yeah,
down
just have a little play. And again, I'm just dropping a few, just to give it that feature. And especially, do you know our foam flowers? I love decorating home decor pieces.
Yes.
Do you know photo frames and things like that? I'm going to save that. I was going to put it up there, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to save that flower because I love that flower. So I'm going to save that one for now.
Too nice to use.
Too nice to use, yeah. At Deb's, I've said before, when I make flowers, I do make them and then pop them into my box. And I've got then a great big A4 box or two full of flowers ready to add so that, because on a night time, it's nice to just, I like to keep my fingers busy out of the cookie jar or the sweet cupboard, we call it in our house. It's a sweet drawer where I put all the chocolates and things. I've had it since they were kids, and even though our Liam's like 27 now, we still have it there.
Yeah.
So to keep myself out of there, I like to keep my hands busy. So doing things like this on a night time is really quite therapeutic, and it's nice to have quite a nice backdrop of flowers ready to be able to use. I'm not going to add any more because I think that looks really nice as it is. What I'm just going to do though is pop in, and again I'm just going to use these corner pieces. Again, you'll find these on one of the dies, but I'll focus on those when we get to our scrapbook page because I've used them in there as well.
They look nice.
And then just going to give it just elevates it that little bit more and gives it that little bit of a, draws your eye in, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is beautiful.
Yeah, so again, popping that on. I think I'll put that other one underneath there. I know I've put my flowers down, but I think I can get away with it. Yes, you can. So I'm just going to slide that underneath. There we go. And then just finish it off now with a little, shall we have a sentiment? Yes, we'll have a sentiment. And I'm just going to pop that into the centre. So pop a little bit of glue either side. And then just come in and add that into the centre.
Oh, Debbie, that's stunning.
There you go. A lovely, beautiful card again.
Absolutely.
The flowers are just stunning.
That is so beautiful. Rhonda's saying that your foliage you just could call it leafy stuff.
Leafy stuff.
Leafy
That's
stuff.
it. Leafy
there you
stuff.
Go. That's a Debbie. Rhonda, we'll give that to her. But we like foliage, but leafy stuff, yes. But anyway, we're going to go for a short break. Let you check out your basket. So take a look at our Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
Her name is Sara, she is a glue girl, with glitter powder in her hair and her crafting done with flair. She goes out running to start her morning, and And then she's off to meet the team. Crafters TV is a dream. Across the studio, we stop with Craig's own show. Crafting flows from every pore. Who could ask for more? We're at Crafters, Crafters Companion. The perfect place to buy your stash from. We're at Crafters, Crafters Companion. Crafting with passion is always the fashion here at Crafters. You'll fall in love. Her name is Debby, she is a diamond. She demonstrated in our store, but she always wanted more. And so then Sara, she called her over to join the CCTV team. She was living out her dream. Now wears a studio mic and says, oh, what am I like? She learned to craft from her Auntie Jean, and now she's on your screens. We're at Crafters, Crafters Companion. The perfect place to buy your stash from. We're at Crafters, Crafters Companion. Crafting with passion is always the fashion here at Crafters. You fall in love. Her name is Bernie, she loves her soft craft. And on a Tuesday she would go to the Crafters studio. She showed us sewing, stitching and quilting. On the show, softer side of light, but then the bosses caused a strike. They said the show must go, and Bernie thought, oh no. But by go, they meant move to Sunday for her very own show here at Crafters, Crafters Companion. The perfect place to buy your stash from. We're at Crafters, Crafters Companion. Crafting with passion is always the fashion here at Crafters. You'll fall in love. Crafters Companion. You'll fall in love.
Ah, isn't that lovely? I'm so glad that we thought of that yesterday to play, because it was filmed for Sara's birthday bash a couple of years ago. So for anyone that's just joining us, it is Sara Davies' birthday today. So send her a little message. She'll love that. Put it on her social or tag her in it and wish her happy birthday, because it is her birthday today. We're in full swing of her birthday celebrations. So what better song than to play than the Crafters Companion Cocobana song, which is amazing. Now, there is up to 70% off on Sara's birthday celebrations on the website. So go over and click on the link there. We've also got an amazing mystery bag as well, where you're saving £103 on that mystery bag, which is incredible. So you can go and grab that. But we've also got some pens on the show today. Now, we have our Try Blend brush. Are we doing the brush first, or is it all of them? It's them. So it's all of these. Oh, so we're doing them each individual ones. Right, let's pop that one there. So we've got our 3-in-1 Try Blend pens. These are our original ones that come out, which are amazing. They have each colour, so you can see that one on the top is the purple colour. In that purple pen, you will get a light, a medium and a dark variation of that purple colour. You are getting 72 pens, pen colours, should I say. 24 pens, but 72 colours in these ones, which are amazing. These are the extended collection, which I love. These are not the normal ones, no. So we're still doing the wrong ones. So we've got 3 different packs here. You'll find them on the website, so you'll find which ones you have. We've got our deep blends and we've got our essential blends. Is it the essential blends? Extended, so you've got the extended. They're all the same price. You just pick which ones you want to go for. They're absolutely amazing. Our Debbie's going to be using them in her demo, so you'll be able to see exactly what they do if you've not seen them before. Platinum price £46.40 or $71.20, which is amazing. So we can get those in the essential. It's the, let me just get this right. You've got your extended collection, your essential collection, and you've got your deep blends as well. Now, if you wanted the brush, we do have the brush nibs as well. So the brush come out after the bullet nibs of the pens, and they are amazing. So these ones are your brush complete collection, 3-in-1 pens. So you're getting those 24 pens. You can see at the side there, but 72 colours, which are amazing. And the only difference between those and our normal ones is the brush nib. We've got a Japanese brush nib in there, which is amazing to use. So if you like that sort of controlled blend, these are the pens for you. And again, platinum price £46.40 or $71.20 in dollars, which is amazing. Right, Debbie, what else have you got in store for us?
Well, I've just had to clean stamping mat platform down. Debbie, look at this.
Oh.
Dirty devils.
Oh, that's very
Who
dirty.
was on there? Who was the last person that used this?
I'm trying to think who was stamping on it. I don't want to put anyone in there, but someone was stamping over an image. Do you know? I know who it was.
Who was it?
It was Sheena.
No! Miss Sheena Douglas.
It was Sheena.
Well, I've none of this. Well, I've none of this.
I remember thinking to myself at the time, we should really wash that afterwards because, yeah, Sheena was over stamping on it. That's why.
I'll be having words, Debs. I'll be having words. Because I was like, what on earth? We were just covered in ink. I'm like, someone's been having a
Do you know
right
what's
time.
lovely? It's so nice that I'm not getting in trouble because I normally get in trouble for sticking it.
Well, no.
I make it sticky.
Yes, have you seen the one at How We Make a Debbie? Have you seen the one down there?
That's a bit sticky, isn't it?
It's sticky. I got my finger stuck on it the other day. I was like, trying to prise it off. But it's a very good tip.
Yeah,
I will say it's
good.
a very good tip with that sticky.
I did say that down there when I was spraying it last week, and I said, oh, Debbie Robinson. I said, no one would be happy with me because I've sprayed glue on it. I said, but actually, Debbie Robinson, she's coming my way. She quite likes it, it's sticky.
I am, because I know Jan won't.
No, she won't. Jan doesn't like it at all. I'm working with Jan tomorrow.
Are you working with Jan? Is she tomorrow?
Shall I play a prank on her? Shall I spray it and see what she says when she comes in tomorrow?
And I was just thinking how lovely and clean this one. I'm like, oh, this is new, this is lovely. Oh dear. Oh, bless it, but lovely to see. You know, we keep missing each other. And I've said once we've got his May schedule, we're going to make a date where we're going out because it's a 60th birthday in May. So I'm going to take her out for something to eat.
She doesn't look 60.
Oh, she looks nowhere near 60.
Not at all.
Young at heart, it's the grandkids. They keep
keep
Nana Jan on her toes. So I am going to use this. I love this stamp and die set, this Pretty Peonies. I just think it's lovely. It's got a gorgeous, and I say a big, it's a whopper. A big, look at it on the 8x8, it's massive.
It is big, yeah.
And it's also got some really nice sentiments on there as well. Your kindness brighten my day, you're the best, and you make me smile, which you do every single time I work with you.
Oh, back at you, lady.
So popping that onto there, I'm just going to stamp this first, and I'm going to use our alcohol markers for this one because I am going to do a little bit of colouring with the tri-blends. I'm not going to colour it all in, but I'm going to colour a little section of it because it is a nice big piece, and it's one of those, Debs, that you can get a little bit lost in as well. You can colour it fairly quickly too as well. It doesn't have to be something that you spend a lot of time on, but it's a gorgeous floral, and I'll show you a background piece I've done with it as well. But first things first, with our hero tool, do we have them in stock? Dare I ask? Yeah, the stamping platform with the magnetic base.
Nicola is checking as we craft.
Because it is an hero tool, and like here where I've missed a little bit of the area, going back in, I mean, talk about a game changer. It just is absolutely fabulous. Did you say back in stock? In stock. That'll do.
Amazing.
That will do. Absolutely. So I'm just going to pop that stamp back onto there. Now, before I colour, I do die cut this. Now, I love this die because we split it into two. So it means you can have them on the edge of a card. So it could actually go down an edge of your card, and you can either have it on like your spine of your card, or you can have it as a nice pretty little edge as well. Debbie, you'll get that right way around in a minute. That's my problem. Are you the same, Debs? I look at you thinking,
always takes
I'll
me
get
forever.
it right. It'll be fine.
And then it normally fits the first one that I thought it didn't fit.
I'm glad it's not just me. I sometimes question myself thinking, well, you dipsy devil, what are you like? So I'm just going to hold that down with a little bit of low-tack tape. And this was a little tip that Craig told me about die cutting it first before you start colouring, in case it goes wrong, and then what have you done? You've not really wasted any time.
Absolutely.
And it's something I've, ever since he told me, I'm like, oh God. And that's only because when I was working with him, I did it, and my piece that I coloured in,
oh no.
yeah, it happened to be live. So
Something
yes,
I've always done, cut out first, then die
yeah,
cut.
and do that. So if you colour, well, once you run that through your die cutting machine, and I'm going to speed it up a little bit with this, Debs, because I've already done that, but it will die cut out your lovely frame. But I love the
Amazing. idea
of having it in two pieces so that you can create that beautiful frame on one side, on the other side, or as a full piece. I'm just going to bring a bit of black cardstock underneath so it'll make it pop a little bit as well. And I've got my tri-blends. I'm gonna keep it nice and red. And I love our tri-blends, Debs. I know you do. The best things since sliced bread, I'm not going to lie. They really, truly are. And I'm going to colour just, in fact, I'll start with this side. So let's turn that over there. And I'm going to come in and just do... Now, you can work at a petal at a time if you want, but it's not a massive... Although it's a big stamp, it's not massive. It's not going to dry instantly, so you have got a little bit of time. But I'll do it one by one, as I would do it normally.
It is a beautiful image, this one.
It's stunning. I absolutely love it. And I'll be totally honest with you, Debs, I've had this collection now a while, since last year. And I'll be totally honest, it was one that I didn't really use very much of.
I'm the same.
And I just thought, oh, come on, Debbie, you need to use this. It's a beautiful stamp. And when you see what we're going to create with it in a second as well, you'll totally understand what I mean by that. Now, light, medium and dark, we always tell you, pop your light down first, then go in with your shading where you would think. So it's going to be lighter on the tip because I'm imagining my light coming down this side. Point there. Yeah. So underneath here it's going to be darker, and then we're going to come in with the medium. So I'm going to switch that round to the medium.
Oh, your nails are nice, Debbie. You got purple on the end.
Yes, my little pepper. They're ready for a bit of a. Don't look too close. Don't look too close, Debs.
Nice.
But yes, I need to get myself some new
I'm having mine done Tuesday, but I'm not sure what to have.
Oh, because you're going really. Yeah, you need. Yeah. Because you're travelling, aren't you, Debs, as well?
Yeah.
So you're going to be going to lots
I'm
of...
treating myself. I'm going to have my toenails done as well.
Look at
I know. I figure if my feet are going to be on show, I might as well have nice toenails.
Absolutely, because they will be on show a lot, they won't they? So I'm just going to continue to do that, and I'm going to twist and turn. Do you know if you've got your little colouring platform? I call it your Scrabble piece, Debs. I've told everyone I'm a hobby maker. Did you divulge with anybody at hobby maker, because they know now with the rotating board? Because I told them and they were like, Scrabble in the bath? I went, yes.
Most people know. I'm an open book. I tell you, I'm an open sharer. What can I say?
That's what I said. She loves to share. She loves to share these ideas with you. But yeah, so they know now, Debs. They know.
So it is brilliant, the rotating board. I was telling Sheena about it. I said we need to get her a rotating board.
Oh God, Sheena's got to have one, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely got to have one. So I've just preserved a little bit of the highlight just onto there. You can go back in and leave a little bit if you want, but you can start to see now. If I turn it that way around, you can see where I've got all my dark areas. And then I've used the medium into the dark and then gone back in over with the light. So I'll just do that again, just so you can see. And I'll just do the little petals. In fact, actually, because I've got two there quite close together, let's preserve a little bit of highlight just onto there. And then come in. Cover, well, we call it saturation, don't we? We say we saturate it.
Yeah.
But just popping that down. I'm going to go back in with that dark tone. And again, I know that some of that darker area is going to be towards that central flower. So I'm going to come in, and the same with under that petal as well. So I've not gone right over the top, but just underneath where that next petal lies. And then coming back in with the medium. over the top. And if you've noticed I'm not going right over, you'll just bleach out your dark if you do. Nothing to stop you from doing it though, is the Debs. That's what I say. Have a little play and have a little dabble. But I can promise you, once you've used our tri-blends, you are going to fall in love.
Absolutely. And do you know what, Debbie, watching you colour, I'd forgotten how good you are at colouring.
Oh,
Because
bless
I've
you.
always put you alongside our Leanne at teaching colouring.
I love colouring,
Yeah,
Debbie.
I think colouring is your thing. I'm surprised we don't see you on more Spectrum shows with the colouring, because you are incredible and I'm loving watching you colouring.
And I honestly, I could spend the entirety, stop talking and just get colouring, because I absolutely love. One of the things that I do a lot of, especially at night time, and I do love watching telly, Debs. I do love to watch a bit of telly now and again.
Yep.
But I like to keep busy, and colouring is my thing, and I'll take my little board and I'll sit downstairs, because I don't have a craft table downstairs, I don't have a dining room table or anything like that, but I sit with it on my knee on my board. That's why I love that rotating board. And I put my pens there and I'll sit and I can be watching. I say watching, I call it background noise, because I'm not really, I usually have all like, you know, your dream homes, holiday in the country, whatever it is,
Yes,
on Wednesday.
yeah.
They're the kind of things that I have in the background where I can just glance up now and again.
That's it, yeah.
But yeah, I absolutely adore
that's
colouring.
interesting, because we were talking about that the other week. I can't remember who I was with, and we were talking about what we do when we craft. And mine is always watching a film, but a film that I've seen lots of times. Then I haven't got to watch it, but I know what's happening just by listening to it.
Yeah, that's about it. I think that's why I watch those kind of programmes, because it's not one of those that you have to, you know, what all the, if you like nosy, you would do.
But you could just glance up occasionally. You know what they're talking about, don't you, in programmes like that? But it's always nice to hear what people do when they're crafting. Let us know what you do when you're crafting. If you listen to music, do you watch films? It'd be good to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you can start to see where all that shade and dimension is coming in. Now I did say I would speed up a little bit, because obviously time is of the essence, and I've got another demo that I want to get in as well. But I do, actually, can I just finish my little flower? Is that okay, producer Nick?
Absolutely. I'm loving watching you. We're happy for you to carry on with this.
Because I do get a little bit carried away, but I stopped talking, Debs. Probably a good thing.
Are you like our Sara, going into a colouring coma?
Oh, absolutely, because I just find it so therapeutic. I think that's why I enjoyed my Zantangle class yesterday. I went to Sandra. Do you know Sandra Zantangle?
Yes.
Sandra Tangle,
I see your social media. Yes, looks amazing.
Yeah, the project was, well, both of the projects were absolutely fabulous.
She's a clever lady, isn't she?
She is super clever. Do you know what? I got really emotional when I went to go. I've been a few times now, but I've known Sandra. We started our journey together because she came to that same open day that I went to.
Yeah.
But, well, recruitment day, Debbie, not an open day, as I thought it was. But I went to the same day, and then she came to the store and helped us with our opening. Our opening, she taught classes as well. And I saw Sandra, because she came out of teaching. She used to be a teacher.
That's right, yeah.
And saw Sandra start a business with stamps and stencils and a pat and things like that, because she taught colouring, and she's an absolutely fabulous teacher, she really is. And to see how her business has grown in the last 6 years, I got quite emotional. She took me around building, and I was going around watching everything, and then I got choked, because this is the same Sandra that I've known from the start, and to see that she is probably one of the nicest ladies you'll ever meet. Honestly.
She is amazing.
And I do say this, if you can ever get to one of her workshops, and they're in Scunthorpe, I think it is, I think that's the right word to describe where it is. If you ever get the opportunity, it's honestly well worth it. They spoil you rotten as well. The team, Tommy, John, Leslie Elf, and the new lady as well. I can't remember her name, and I do apologise. But they're just absolutely fabulous.
She's gone into materials as well. Have you seen some of her quilts?
Honestly, I saw them, because she showed me yesterday. I was like,
they're amazing. They are
absolutely stunning. But yeah, just fabulous. And I know our Corinne's there today.
She's literally conquering the world, our
She is, yeah. But it's, do you know when you see somebody who's worked so incredibly hard and who is so humble and so lovely?
Yeah,
it's just absolutely
so
a joy. Yeah, so I had a little cry with her. I get quite emotional
so
like
nice.
that. Now you can start to see how that rose is forming, or that lovely poppy, or whatever it is that I can never remember the name of this flower. I think it's a peony.
It's a peony, yes.
A peony. But just play and have a play with it. And when you're finished, it will end up looking something like this.
Amazing.
So again, absolutely gorgeous. Now, Debbie, what I've also done with it, and I love, I know Craig does this a lot, but I love to make background pieces. And it's the same stamp.
Oh, wow, Debbie.
7 by 7.
Wow, look
And
at that.
all I did, Debs, was I took my stamping platform and I stamped randomly
Yep.
over, just twisting and turning and
That's
twisting
amazing.
and turning. And all I've done with this, now I used one of my brown greys. I wanted it to be a softer, not like a cooler grey.
Yep.
I wanted a warmer kind of grey. So I went with a brown grey and just looks lovely as a
does
background
look
piece.
amazing.
So I am going to, and I've took an 8x8 base card. I've got some matte black cardstock. Normally I would do the gutting. But I wanted just to create a little bit of matting and layering with some black and white with this, because I want the colour to come from this piece.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I am going to just stick these layers down.
I love matte and layering in black and white, but doing that background, Debbie, just is beautiful.
It's
And I
just-
love it just in black and white. It looks amazing. doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I've done like little spotlight pieces as well. Do they call it that? What do they call it when you take a little area and then just add a bit of colour? So stamping in the same pattern and then just popping like a circular die with it coloured. What do they call that technique, Debs?
I didn't even know it had a name, so I can't help you.
Yeah,
there.
it's got a name to it. It's like a spotlight.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that might be actually what it's called. But that can equally look just as stunning when you do that. I've done that before. Something I might have to redo because I've not done it for a while. But yeah, it's where you've got all the rest in black and white, but then you just take an area and then do a little die cut, whether it be a square, whether it be a circle, and just pop that in. But monochrome, I mean, straight away it draws your eye in, doesn't it, when you
Yeah,
just
it's
add those
amazing.
layers. Normally I only do 1 or 2, but I wanted a little bit more this time, so, and just to make that pop that little bit more as
And
well.
8x8 has become really popular. I'm seeing lots of cars now becoming 8x8
So I'll let you
again.
into a secret, Debs. In my life, it's never been unpopular. The bigger the better for me.
Yeah,
I've always been an
absolutely.
8x8 kind of girl. I love more I love the creativity, you've got more area. And
Yeah.
since I throw everything but the kitchen sink at things, giving me a bigger card area
Yeah, put more
for
on it.
me. And so when I'm out of my comfort zone is when I go smaller. I'm out
Yeah.
of my comfort zone because this is the kind of thing that I like to
But
create.
you know what, Deb? That just there like that, you could frame that and put it on your wall.
Yeah, yeah. Or you
Looks
could just add a
so
little
nice.
sentiment. You could add a
Oh,
few
look at
flowers.
that.
Doesn't necessarily mean, you have to.
Absolutely.
But what I have done with this, Debs, is I've created, now, where's my little black piece gone? Because the die, it obviously fits this size. You could use black cardstock and just widen it slightly, but I just personally, get the right way around, Debs.
It's always going to be the last one. Is that it?
Just excuse me while I find it. I will find it.
There it is.
There you go. Oh, Debbie, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Now you
Oh, you're
said that
not.
to me,
Not
I'm
at
like,
all.
thank God it's not just me, because I'll spend ages. And then it's like, it ain't Krypton factor, Debbie, for God's sake.
We was talking about it yesterday. Michelle was doing the same yesterday, trying to find where something went. Last week, Liam was on and Corinne was trying to get something the right way, and I could hear Liam in my ear, and he was going, no, to the right, to the right. It was very funny. So we're all the same.
Oh, honestly, I'm glad. I bet everybody else who's watching now, but everybody can hand on the heart say it's happened to them as well.
It's just pure luck if you get it first time.
Now, I've just lifted a few foam pads onto
Gorgeous.
there, but what I'm just going to do is, before I pop this down, I have got a couple of my flowers that I'm going to add to it as well. But I've taken that gorgeous fan die. I call it a fan die. It's not really a fan die. It is
so
called the intricate arc, and split it into half, because I fancied having a little bit of a feature just into corner
Oh,
as well. So I'm going to have a little play with that. But before I actually stick anything down, I'm just going to add all of these into... Yeah, I think.
Oh, very
Yeah, I think I like
nice,
that way.
yes.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that one. So I'm going to start to, and that's the thing, have a little play. We've said this before. Was it Gemma we said earlier on
Yep.
about being overwhelmed? I hope you've got some ideas today, Gemma, just in having a play. As for everybody else who's watching, it's just about having that little play, creating your own little backgrounds, not necessarily using your die in the way that was intended. I've just chopped this in half and created a little different feature with it. And it just gives it that little twist and a little pop. Add some of your flowers onto there. So I've lifted that with some foam pads. But again, that piece is just stunning. I absolutely love that stamp and die. I'm going to use it a heck of a lot more than I have been doing because it's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to stick to it being in the
This is
centre.
looking quite Spanish.
Yes.
Because they look like the sort of Spanish señorita fans.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I never thought of that, Debs, yeah. And then I'm just going to come in, and I have used some of my stamps, and I just added a little bit of green into this, Debs, just because I've got a bit of green on there, and I wanted to kind of tie it in. And as I'm going to be using a couple of my flowers to bring that all down, I'm just going to bring in, and I might even pop as well. I've already popped some glue onto there. Pop a little bit of glue just onto that one, and I might just add a little bit. Let's have a little look. I'm not going to go too mad. Yeah, I think I'll add just a couple of little pieces just into there as well. And like I said, I'm not going to go mad with this one. I'm going to keep it pretty simple because I think there's a lot of talking and a lot of features going off there that it doesn't need a massive amount of foliage to it. And there you go.
Oh, wow, absolutely stunning. I mean, so many different techniques in there. I mean, the flower making as well that Debbie showed earlier, that background is incredible. People are loving that. Adriana is saying that looks like a Spanish fans now. So, yeah, as we thought, saying gorgeous background. Susan saying, I love you ladies and you both give me so much inspiration, as does the rest of the team. I love you all. Susan, we love you too. Crafty Angie is saying, don't mess with Nana Jan. Okay, I won't spray the stamping platform. Right, so we're going to give you a little chance to check out your basket. We're going to look at some of my favourite things, and that's our crafty fowls. Take a look at this. Many of our viewers bring up time and time again, and that's our wax seal gate. Thinking, Joe, it might not work as well because I've put too much. Oh, I've forgotten to put me thing in place.
Because I have a way of words that I think that doesn't engage with that and can come out all wrong. Water.
That wasn't the one you just washed your brush in, was it?
Sorry. Yes, but it doesn't matter.
No, it wasn't, was it? It was. Are you kidding?
I'm going to have to say, it's a slip of the tongue. I'm going to say it's maybe to do with my Scottish accent. I'm maybe going to say it's because of Mr. Ben Mosby. He is, well, yeah, he doesn't help matters.
I've made pots that have exploded when I fired them. I've done zips in inside out. It happens to everybody.
We've all spilt our glitter all over our project or knocked the water over.
You're right.
I've just noticed I've got my dress on inside out.
So I was messing about doing some backgrounds with the sparkling, took the lid off it and managed to catch the pot somehow, and the whole thing came towards me, down my front, across my lap, onto the floor.
Went to reach for the water and, you know, do the tapping with the and so there was less tapping and more sort of a tsunami. I've got some.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. So, join our family of craft experts with live tutorials and demonstrations every day. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products here on Crafters TV. Get creative and craft along with our amazing deals. Your next craft project is only a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week or watch on catch up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook or our YouTube channel. You can chat to us, craft along and meet new friends in our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, you know, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
You're all our time with each other! You're not through to boot camp. Get off!
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. So, stop what you're doing and enjoy the fun here on Crafters TV. Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comfort of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
I do love those crafty fowls. I also love the boys. That warehouse video always makes me smile. They're quite cheeky in there, aren't they? I don't know how they cope down at the warehouse with them raging about the warehouse, grabbing stuff. So, oh, they're telling me they got kicked out. So I'm not surprised, not surprised. Right, you're in the middle of a masterclass, and boy, what a masterclass it's been. Our Debbie has been making some incredible creations, and we're going to get straight back over to her. But first of all, just to remind you, whatever you buy today, you are getting a free gift. So £10, $10, €10, you will get the most amazing jigsaw die, which is our balloon jigsaw die. Absolutely beautiful. You'll get that in any one of your in your parcels, as long as you spend that £10, which is incredible. Right, we're going to head back over to Debbie and get that last demo in, because we then need to have a vote of the show.
Oh, I keep forgetting about that. It's been that long ago, Debs. I can't remember.
Well, you've got plenty of stars, Debbie. That which is very good.
Oh my God, look at the board, how much it's jumped.
I know.
Look at Karen. Go, girl. Where's Sheena's name?
Oh, Sheena's not on there.
I was going to say Sheena should be on there now. Look at Craig and Michelle doing well. Although I do have a feeling a certain young lady might be getting the star this week. Oh my God. Her work this week has been off
Michelle.
The chart.
Yes.
Off the charts.
I know, absolutely. I'm lonely this year. Mind you, I'm on par with Sara and Leanne. It's because I haven't been doing
not like you.
Well, it's because I'm not doing much demoing.
Presenting.
Yes, doing more presenting now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But
I'm not doing bad to say, I only come up now and again.
Your stars, which is amazing. So, and it's not like I haven't done demos; they've just not been on par with everyone else. So, and actually, I have to say, your makes this year have been outstanding.
Oh, thank you.
All of you. Your makes have been outstanding.
My favourite to date so far has been my Roaring 20s one. I absolutely love that one. And I've recreated it so many different times and so many different things.
Yeah.
Because I just love the ideas. The ones that Michelle's done this week have been stunning, absolutely gorgeous.
It's going to be a really tough month next week.
I'm glad.
Are you in next Sunday at all?
Oh, do you know, no, I'm here on Saturday, thank goodness for that, because I wouldn't like to think, because every single one of those that are up there are absolutely fabulous, aren't they? They really are.
It's a very tough one.
We have a very amazing, talented team.
We do.
But do you know what the lovely thing is? Anybody can achieve it. And that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like people think that because we've got the word expert, craft expert, that we're experts in what we do. We love to play. We love to get ideas. We love to get inspiration. That's what I love about this community, that we share that inspiration together. You guys and our guys, we all share that. And that's what I love.
And actually, Debbie, you've got a good point, because in fact, the 4 that are up there, they're all craft-alongs, which shows that Debbie literally just said you can all do it, and a craft along is something is achievable because you can follow it in real time.
Yeah,
so I'm
absolutely.
not surprised they've all been winners.
Absolutely. I've got a craft along this week, I think. Corner punches. Might need to pick your brain in a bit, Debs. I haven't started a project yet.
Someone told me yesterday they were looking forward to the corner punch one. So, yes.
Oh, well, I hope I don't disappoint. I'm just trying to think of a project that will fit. So I'm thinking, but I'll pick your brains later.
Yeah, let's have a rummage and
Right,
see.
we're going to do a little bit of die cutting. We're going to make a lovely scrapbook piece. Now, you know how much I love making a scrapbook. I may make 1 or 2 when I come up here.
So, Debbie, just while I'm looking at that, because there was a message, and it's bypassed, but someone was asking if the corners that you used on the other one were part of this collection. So this is the corner you used in your second demo, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
And this one is a really beautiful piece as well. We've talked about that Baroque frame, so we'll pop that onto there. And yes, this is the corner piece, so I'll stick that in there as well. What I do love about this is, though, you can extend this so you can create a nice frame, because what you've got with this, and which is why we've popped it down, is that you've got this piece that can be extended. So this can be linked up to, so it could be a corner
amazing.
piece, then you could have this piece and then another corner piece, or another one of those going on, so to create a nice elongated frame. Because
lovely.
I was debating whether to do that for this masterclass, but then changed my mind. But yeah, you absolutely can. So it's a really lovely set. So we call it a classic Baroque because we've got that lovely Baroque feature to it. But yeah, loads of lovely pieces. And then this intricate arc I love because it comes in 2 pieces. So the middle piece will just die cut directly into your cardstock, but using the outer piece will create a lovely filigree design as well. So absolutely worth spending a little bit of time with this one on those 2 pieces. So I'm just going to run those through, Debbie, onto my die cutting machine, and you're not going to move. No, you are not, sirree. We're going to take you down as well. Remember the right configuration this time, Debbie. And run that through. But yes, so yeah, you've got some lovely dies in this collection. And even though we've labelled it a Sara Signature Say with flowers, it doesn't necessarily mean you've got to use flowers every single time. I mean, the idea was behind that, Leanne and the team. That's what they, envisioned, especially with the crate flowers and all those kind of things. But you can take lots of this collection and use it across the board with other collections that you might already own or maybe coming up as well. We've been having a little nosy, haven't we, Debbie, next door?
Oh, I know.
Some things coming up.
Some gorgeous things. In fact, you've got a new collection that you're launching, aren't you? And I'm very jealous, although I'm on holiday. I don't know if anyone knows, but I am on holiday soon. And I haven't mentioned it for a couple of hours, really. But, so I won't be here, and so I won't see it. But I'm gutted. It's a beautiful launch.
Oh, it is. It is. Now, Debbie's showing it me as well, because I was like, I've not seen this one, Debbie. I haven't got my hands on it just yet. And then you showed me, didn't you? And I'm like, oh my God, it's stunning.
I know, it is so stunning.
And different.
Let's just say, if you love paper pads, this is a beautiful one. It's very different from a lot of paper, all paper pads that we've done in the past.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
Absolutely. Now, there's my poker tool, Debbie. So I'm just going to bring and poke out the rest of these little pieces. But this is just a gorgeous, gorgeous die. It really is. So I'm just going to get rid of all my little pieces. Keep me an eye on time, won't you, girls? Because you know what I'm like. Oh, sorry, George, boys. Girls and boys, girls and boys.
Got plenty of time.
But absolutely 2 beautiful pieces. And then the corner piece. This corner piece is divine. And honestly, in pictures, on your scrapbook pages, it's just a gorgeous piece. And like I said, with that extender, you can extend this to create a lovely little frame as well if you wanted to do. Now, I've cut those pieces out. I've actually cut as well some more Baroques out of the Baroque frame in black as well as pink.
Ooh,
I've got
nice.
myself multiples, because this is my problem.
I love that die.
It's just gorgeous, isn't it?
So much, yeah.
And do you know the lovely thing as well, Deb? Do you know the waist? The waist, you could actually, in a different colour, pop back in and do a little bit of paper piecing. And look how gorgeous that looks with a bit of black and pink.
Amazing.
Looks really lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah, the pink and black is stunning.
Yeah, so absolutely you're going to be able to do that. Now, I've cut myself a couple of these, so I've got... You always see a piece, don't you? Always a piece. Pop that there. I've got myself a few flowers as well, so I've already done, because this is why I've been busy. You already see me make the flowers, so you don't need to see those again. But what we are going to do is we're going to bring in a piece of... Now, I've used A3 cardstock. I've used one of my 12 by 12... do you know the luxury paper pad that we had that's got the double-sided pearlescent? So I've just used a sheet of that because this is going to go in my scrapbook page. And my scrapbook's nearly complete. I'm so excited. Because I've been doing loads and loads of different pictures.
I didn't know you did scrapbooking.
Oh, I love scrapbooking.
Yeah, well, that's how I started.
Yeah, I know. And do you know, I'd love to see some of your work, Debs, because I bet you're, I can just imagine what they're like. I just love doing, and because of this day and age, with photos and things like that, we don't tend to do anything with them now, do we? We don't tend to print things out.
They're all on social media, aren't they? So
yeah, so it's nice to have a recorded page or something that's bringing memories, whether it be wedding albums, whether it be births of children, grandchildren, your own kids, across the ages. You know, there's all sorts of things you can do. Or just people in your life that mean something to you. Just recording something and making a page. I love making them. So all I've done with this is, Debs, I've taken a piece from that 12 by 12. I know we haven't got any left, but I just used some of my scraps, and I've just torn as you can see, very randomly.
That's amazing.
Just torn a bit, because it's going to go across the middle. So I'm just going to start with that first. Now, I know that that's where I want to position this, but if you're not sure how to compose a page together, what I would say with this is cut yourself loads of pieces out and just have a little play in that composing where you're going to pop things. So I'm just randomly putting, you can see it's randomly, because there is going to be some pictures. Now, I did promise you I'm not going to cry. I will just tell you, 6 years ago yesterday, I lost my little baby.
Oh, 6 years. I know, I can't believe that was 6 years ago.
And I wanted to mark it, a page with her because she meant the absolute world to me. Look how beautiful she was.
She is beautiful. Oh. It's such a loss. You can absolutely get upset. I know many people will know how you feel. I've gone through the same myself. It's just heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking, yeah, absolutely heartbreaking.
They're part of the family, aren't they?
They are part of your family, and this little girl was my, she was my little rock. She really was. Before I start laying things down, that's when I first brought her home.
Oh my goodness,
look at
tiny.
This was a really great big bed, and she was this teeny weeny in this corner, this little tiny fluff ball, and that's the beautiful lady that she grew into. Just miss every single day. I miss her. So I am going to just start popping pieces around because I don't want to stick anything down just yet, Debs, because I want to see where they look and how they look onto pieces. And that's the beauty of a scrapbook page, and I know you'll agree with me, Deb. That's exactly what you do with your scrapbook pieces. You don't necessarily have to have your photos straight. You can have them a little bit skew width.
Yep.
You can have a little play. You could, again, chop these into half, pop some play. Let's have a little look, because I'm going to just have a little play around. I've got my lovely Baroque frames as well, and I was going to do a little bit of a shadow drop. Now, I'm just thinking, do I do it with the pink and the black, or the black and the pink? I think I'll go that one. And just have a little play underneath. So before I start sticking things down, I am conscious though of time, so I'm going to have to start sticking things down. In fact, Debbie, stop talking, stick it down. But at home, you would absolutely, take your time and just have that little play. So I'm going to come in and use my dotted tape pen, and we'll start to pop these down. So again, just a beautiful, beautiful die, even in its fullest form. I mean, I chopped it up on that last one, but it's just stunning. It really is a gorgeous, gorgeous die. And again, nothing screaming, say it with flowers on that, is there? Nothing at all.
No, not at all.
Let me just pop a little bit of glue just over the top. So again, let's come on in. All right, so I'll just drop it a little tiny bit of a shadow. I don't want too much of a shadow. And I'm going to come in again with a little piece just under that first picture. So I'm going to position, I'm going to drop. Yep, I don't want it all out there.
Oh, that's so
Pop that
nice.
down. I'm going to do the same with this one as well. So I'm going to bring in, again, just a little bit just onto there. Now, I would be taking a little bit more time and I would be popping a little bit more glue down, but time is running away with us and I want to get this in as well. So we're going to just pop it down. There we go. Pop a bit of glue just down. But yeah, take your time with it when you're doing it at home. But you wouldn't be speed crafting like I am now doing. So let's go with, we're going to pop that there. And then I'm going to stick my photos down. So pop a little bit of glue just onto the back. Because I'm keeping this into a scrapbook page, I am actually going to keep them nice and flat as well. I'm not going to go too mental and stick them with foam pads because I don't want it to be too bulky. So I'm going to lay everything quite flat on this and then just drop that down. Got my little corner pieces. Now, I've already popped some glue on and I'm going to actually just put them over to keep it look like I've popped it into a photo frame.
Oh, nice.
And just add that little detail just over the top. Again, I'll pop it on the main picture first. And it just gives it, you can see it just gives it that little tiny lift. And again, just, I think, is that little finishing touch. So I'm going to just drop one onto that side and that side. And then lastly, just onto there as well. I'm not going to bother with that other one because you can't see it.
Yeah.
I've got myself a few little love hearts. So we're going to stick the love hearts in this top corner. So I'm going to come in and again, just drop a little love heart down. Let's come in with that one. Let's go there. And then lastly, where's my other little love heart gone? There it is. Just pop another one just onto that side. Just drop there. I have got my little millie, so I'm going to add that onto my sheet in a moment, but I think I'm just going to leave it there. I am going to pop a couple of little flowers on as well. So again, you could be just decorating your page up. So there you go. You can start to see that forming together, and then I'm going to pop my little millie going across the bottom, which I've just taken from one of my alphabet dies, Debs. But yeah, you can see now how that comes together, and a little gorgeous. I had to do pink because me and my little pinky.
The pink princesses, yeah, absolutely beautiful. Everyone's loving that as well. Christine's saying, oh, so sorry, Debbie, she looks like a beautiful sweetheart. Linda is saying, I miss our Coco. She was a Dutch hen. She passed away 2 years ago. She was 16. Wow, you had her for a lot of years, Linda. And Betty is saying, what a beauty, Debbie. Absolutely gorgeous. So we're just going to let Debbie finish that millie onto her scrapbook page, which I think you'll agree is absolutely gorgeous, and then we'll get those lined up to see which one is going in a demo of the show, although I think I might know which one will be demo of the show. So Debbie, you were saying you want to take it home. You might not be able to.
Oh.
You might have to wait for a little while. That's like I wanted to take Sheena's, she made a paint fusion last week and I absolutely loved it and asked her if I could have it, but it won demo of the day, so I've got to leave it here until I can grab it again. But it's mine. I'm just letting everyone know it is mine.
Right, so shall we get the vote started?
Yes, get the vote started, yes.
So it feels like ages ago since we did this one with me and Craig. So my little card for my special friend there. Shh, it's for his birthday. Whether he likes it or not, he's got my ugly mug on it. But there you go. That's number one. And then number two, we did I showed you how to make the flowers. So that's number two.
Beautiful.
Number three was just using your stamp and die in a different way. So that's number three. And then number four, and I think everything's stuck down now, Deb, so I'm okay, is my lovely little memory of Millie.
Absolutely stunning. So 1, 2, 3 or 4. You've only got a couple of minutes to get your votes in. So let us know what they are. So perfect. Now just want to let you know about the free gift that we are giving you today. It is Sara's birthday. It's her birthday celebrations. Head over to the website. You'll find up to 70% off some of hand-picked things from our Sara, including a mystery bag, which we'll look at in just a second. But you are getting this die. If you spend £10, $10 or €10, that will be coming to you free of charge. The bag itself has just some amazing pieces in there. I'll show a few little bits. One of them is the frame like that's in the one Debbie did today. I adore this one as well, from the Vintage Butterflies. This is like a 3-piece nesting die. They are absolutely stunning, which is amazing. We've also got some extra pieces from, want to find the, oh, I can't find it now. We've got some of these, which are mixed media dies. These are ribbon dies from one of Sara's So Lovely collections. These are your mixed media dies where you can elongate them. So you just go across and you can cut them into your ribbon, into your cardstock, into your cork, into mount board. They're absolutely lovely. I just love those dies. Some other extra bits you've got in there. You've got that beautiful from the Say It With Flowers, that edgeable die, which is amazing. So this one isn't in the bundle. So if you're going for that bundle, you can still get that. We've also got some Christmas in there as well. You can see these are all from Sara's Signature collections because it is her birthday mystery bag. It's got that merry and bright in there as well. So absolutely gorgeous. And there is plenty more in there as well. Right, we do have a demo of the show. Number 4, of course. Had to be our little Millie, didn't it? So absolutely gorgeous, Debbie. Really beautiful.
Thank you very much.
And you held your pose.
I did.
So I'm very impressed. Absolutely amazing. Right, coming up, Debbie, we've got a first look.
Oh, so excited.
What is it?
I am. I'm really excited about it. So the Baroque I'll get it right, Debbie.
Yep.
Debbie, I'll get it right. They are absolutely gorgeous. You need to come back and join us at 2 o'clock. We're going to give you a first look, a first peek, ahead of the launch later on this week. And they are absolutely beautiful. You are going to fall in love just as much as I did. So I've got loads of demonstrations lined up for you then.
Oh, amazing. So another 2 hours. So join us in an hour's time. We're going to go and have a little bit of lunch, come back at 2 o'clock. And also we've got Second Chance Sunday at 6 p.m. tonight. So it's going to be an amazing day and we can't wait for you to join us. See you in an hour.